This is part 2 of the CCTV camera tutorial, and in this video we're going to be going from this into this. So the main focus of part 2 is basically going to be replacing the default cube with an actual CCTV camera, like an actual static mesh. So what I've done, I've linked it in the description. If you want to use mine, you can go and do that, but you're welcome to use any static mesh that you want. Just go and search it on Google, search in like free security camera, FBX or 3D model, and you'll be able to find your own. So just import it and let's get started. Okay, so first things first, let's just grab these static meshes, and we're going to grab the first, third, fifth and seventh one, drag them straight onto the cube. That'll be your CCTV camera, the one that I've linked in the description, so yeah, feel free to use that. Next, what we're going to do is just delete the cube. Okay, so next what we want to do is we're just going to have a little look at the static mesh, because we're going to have to change some stuff. The thing is with this one, it's not parented and the pivot point isn't correct. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a nice, simple and easy way that you can change the pivot point, and you can use this in loads of different areas of Unreal as well, so it's a useful tip to know. So if we go over and have a little look, as you can see, it is against the wall, but the rotation is completely wrong. So what we're going to do, we're just going to change that now. Okay, so next what we're going to do is select the main part of the camera, and we're just going to rotate it around, and as you can see, the pivot point is completely wrong because it's not rotating around the center of the static mesh. It's like rotating around the outside. So what we're going to do is just move this into place, like kind of like where we want it. And if you just scroll your mouse wheel down, you can actually change the speed of your camera. Also, turning off grid snapping helps. We're just going to move this basically into a nice area, what we want. That looks okay to me. Next, what we want to do is just select this wire because it's hanging out the back. So let me just do this, and there we go. Let's just move that. Okay, it looks a little bit better. Okay, so as you can see, the angle has changed, and if we just click this, rotate it, and put it against the wall. 1 second, it should be, yeah, okay, right, there we go. And once again, if you just turn off snapping on the rotation in the top right, it'll rotate it a little bit better. Let's see what this does. Okay, that looks okay. Right, so as you can see, the camera looks pretty much perfect now. It looks like natural. And the next thing we want to do is, right, okay, so what I want to do next is just change some of these textures. So you can just copy me if you want. I'm not using any special textures or anything like that. I'm just selecting some random ones, but I want to keep the pivot point black. So if you look on the left hand side, I will select the pivot point later and change that to black. So I'm just going to choose some like chrome materials for now, make it look a little bit better. And the front screen is going to be glass. So if you want, like I said, you can just copy exactly what I do here. There we go. So we're going to select the glass material, and as you can see, the lens and the little red dot will be showing through, and that's going to be important for later as well, because we will be adding a detection system which will be powered by that little red dot. Okay, so I'm just looking at the pivot point here and the side of the camera. We're going to change this wood one because I do not like that. Skybox, we'll just use that. That looks good to me. Okay, so right, it's looking good. Let's compile, and in the world, it is looking 10 times better. It looks more realistic. We will be making this camera move as well, so we're going to animate it. But as you can see on the left hand side here, see the white camera next to it? That's not facing the right way, so that's just facing the wall. So we need to change the rotation on the scene capture component, which is the input for our camera. So let's just move this here, rotate it 90 degrees, put it in front, and then I just want to rotate it down a little bit so it's pointing the same way as the camera. So let's just move it here first. And if you select in the middle and see how everything goes yellow there on the on the transform little gizmo. If you hold it in the middle, it will change all the transforms all at once. Now we're just gonna make it kind of level with the camera. Obviously this really isn't that important, like you don't have to be too perfect with everything, but this is just the way I like to do it. I like to get it in line with it. Obviously this little camera is not going to show in game, so you won't see that either. And as you can see now, when we have a look in front of the camera, it is perfectly centered, and it actually looks like it's the camera taking the input in. Okay, right, so next, what we're going to do is we are going to add a static mesh, and it's going to be a sphere, and we're just going to reparent everything that is linked into this camera, like the main part that's going to rotate. We're going to reparent that to the sphere, and we're going to use that as our default pivot point. So everything else that's touching the wall, so like the wire, the brace, and the little mount will stay still, but everything else will rotate. So we'll be able to rotate the camera freely. And we can also use a sphere to like put some code into it, so we don't have to like mess about with each individual component. Basically, this is going to be the parent of the main part of the camera, which is going to rotate. So what we're going to do is just make this little sphere smaller, and we're basically just going to like hide it underneath the camera. And this is what I was talking about before when I said you can just hide maybe like a cube or something like that inside a door if you need to change the pivot point, and then you can parent the door above the little cube, and then you can use that as the pivot point. So as you can see, everything's parented, and now the camera is rotating around the sphere. Right, so next what we want to do is we want to open up the BP underscore actor, and we're going to go into the event graph and do some code. Okay, so out of event begin play, we're just going to add a timeline and rename this like sphere pivot point, because that's the one we just created, the little ball. And once we type that in, what we need to do is just open it up. We are going to add a new track, and it's going to be a float track. Rename that something like sphere pivot. Sphere pivot. Okay. Then what you want to do is right click, add a key. The time will be 0 and the value 0. For the second key, add that, and the time is going to be 5. And the third key is going to be the one in the middle. That's going to be 2.5 because it's half of 5, and the value is going to be 2. Oh, 2.3. There we go. We will change these values though. I'm going to mess with these and see what's good. Okay, right click the first and second and third point, and we're just going to change all 3 of these to auto. That's perfect. That gives a little slight curve in the curve, I guess. It makes it a lot more smoother, the movement of the camera. Okay, so next we're going to drag out of the sphere pivot. That's a reference to the little ball that we made. So everything's going to rotate around that. We're going to drag out of sphere pivot and make a rotator. Let me just check. Okay, yep. Right, we're going to drag out of sphere pivot now, and we are going to set relative rotation. Drag out of the update straight into there and just connect all that up. What I need to do next is just drag it down into yaw. Make sure you do that, it's quite important. And let's click play and then see what happens. I have previously made this this project before. I've been working on it for a few days, so I might just tab in and out just to check on a few things, but I'll try and edit it out. Okay, so next what we want to do is we're going to go over to the sphere pivot point, and we're just going to mess with some settings. Now feel free to do this and just mess about with some stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do a little post voiceover. I've deleted the original audio because I just want to voice over this bit. I was planning on cutting out this bit, but then I think it's a good little learning point because it just shows how I'm debugging this code, and I didn't really understand when I was doing it why the camera wasn't rotating, and what it was doing, it was rotating halfway and then stopping and then pausing. And as you can see on the right hand side, if I just click simulate, you can see it's rotating and then it's completely stopping and then pausing and then starting again. That's because on the right hand side I made a mistake on the curve. Yeah, so on the curve on the right hand side you can see the little chart and you can see that they've got 1 point at 0, the second point is at 2.5 and then the third one is at 5. Now that is completely incorrect, and you can see me just messing with some settings here. I've turned loop on, I'm simulating it, and as you can see it's just acting weird. So I realized at the end that the problem was I didn't set the time to 5, I had it on 10 for the length of the timeline. So I'm just gonna basically shut up here, and yeah, what I'm gonna do is basically I'm just gonna fast forward this a little bit. If you need to pause it, you can pause it at any point, but the general gist of it is I was trying to add delays to see when it was pausing, and I was just trying to change like a couple of other settings, and it just turned out that I had the time on 10 instead of 5. That was basically the problem. Right, so I finally found the error, and it was pretty stupid, I'm not gonna lie. So what we're gonna do, go over to BP_actor, into the timeline of the sphere pivot point, and we're just gonna change the third one on the bottom to 10, because yeah, I set it to 5 by accident, which was half a turn. That's why it was pausing, and it was playing the timeline then pausing basically. So there we go. I mean, it's rotating properly now, and what we can do is, if we want it to change faster, so if we want it to rotate a little bit faster, what we can do is just change that middle value up and down. Okay, so what we're going to do, go back into the viewport, click on the security camera, and that'll be the 001. Add a static mesh once again, and this one is going to be a cylinder. Yeah, we want a cylinder. Okay, so what this is going to be for now is, we will change this later, but this is just going to be a little light on top of the camera, so like a spotlight. And the idea behind this is that this spotlight will shine a light onto the map, and when the player walks into the light, it will trigger a alarm, and that is what we're going to make in part 3. So after this tutorial, make sure you click that, because it should be out relatively soon. I might upload it tomorrow, we'll see. So what we're doing here, we're just basically changing all the values for the little light on top. Now I don't really need to explain this, you can do whatever you want really. I'm just going to make it quite small and just basically plop it on top of the camera. So let's do that. Let's just drag it down, and we're just going to line everything up. Like I said, this doesn't have to be perfect, and we probably will change this later down the line, maybe after the next tutorial. Okay, so what we're going to do is just centralize this a little bit. Like I said, it's really not that important, that's why it doesn't really need explaining. So that is kind of looking good to me. If you need to make some finer adjustments, like I said before, you can turn off all the snapping on the grid, the rotation and the transform. Alright, it's looking a little bit wonky. Being a little bit of a perfectionist there, even though it really doesn't matter, but oh well. There we go. Right, now what we need to do is add a light, and I reckon the spotlight is probably going to be the best one for this one. It just gives like a nice, what would you even call it? I don't even know what you would call it, like cone, like light cone. Just going to make this come out of the sphere so it looks like an actual light on top. Okay, I just need to change the rotation on this a little bit as well. Okay, I think that's looking good. You can change the intensity. obviously it's better to actually just test this instead of putting in random numbers like me. Your map might be different. We're going to change the inner and outer cone radius. Let's just compile, save, click play, and there you go. As you can see, we have a moving camera, which is taking in all the input and also a light on top. So let me just change the darkness of this map, just so you can show, just so I can showcase the spotlight a little bit better. So I'm just going to go to directional light and click rotate. Rotate that and make it into dark. There we go. That looks alright. Move this way a little bit. Okay, so everything is working. We have made a static mesh and a light for the camera. It's looking more and more realistic. What we haven't done is made the alarm or the trigger box. So if you want that, click the video in the top right corner and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.